Rant and Rave, the final one of the season. All right, Tucker, first and foremost, how many of our Middle Georgia teams will win on Friday in the state championships? You know, I'd like to say all three, and I think it's very possible because I think the three teams from our area are the favorites. The one I'm worried about the most is Northside because I think Mays is playing very, very well. Calhoun and Waco will be very tough because Calhoun's been a good power for several years, but so has Waco. I don't know if anybody can stop Waco, and I think Hawkinsville can beat Irwin, but Mays may give Northside the biggest challenge in that late game on Friday night.
Yeah, I spoke with Coach Kinsler yesterday. He told me, you know, Mays, they may not be the most disciplined team at times, but they can score, turn a 70-yard touchdown run out of what should have been a 4 or 5 yard play, and they did that against Jones County and score those 2 Hail Marys. So yeah, a team to watch. They got a bunch of playmakers there at Mays. I say Washington County destroys the Calhoun, and Hawkinsville edges Irwin County.
All right, should be a lot of fun with all three of our teams from Middle Georgia playing on the same day, back to back to back. All right, on Sunday at the Georgia Dome, after the high schoolers are finished, the Atlanta Falcons, the first place Atlanta Falcons against the Steelers. Who will win this game? I almost want to ask a second question, how many Steelers fans will be there? I think it could be 50-50 with the crowd on Sunday. I think the Falcons will win. I think they'll have to outscore Pittsburgh. The Steelers have a very good running back. But I don't know if the Pittsburgh Steelers defense can stop Atlanta. And right now, as long as Julio's okay, they're pretty good offensively.
Yeah, the division is up for grabs for the Falcons. They need to win this game. This is a must-win. The players know that. The Steelers aren't going to come in and let them win the game, though, so they're going to have to be on their game. And one stop defensively. Can they get one?
That's all they need. That's just one. All right, third question. Will the Falcons make the playoffs? They, of course, have this game with Pittsburgh, the big game next week in New Orleans, and they finish up at home against Carolina. Don't know if Cam Newton will be in that game or not. I think they will hold on and win. I'm not going to be surprised if both Atlanta and New Orleans lose this week and go into next week's game 5-9 to battle for the division championship. But I think the Falcons will beat the Saints because the Saints look awful right now, so I say yes.
The Saints are awful. The Bucks are awful. Panthers, Cam Newton has 2 broken bones in his back. The NFC South is beat up. For once, the Falcons seem like they're going to be on the winning edge of it, even though they have a losing record.
And they may have a losing record and still win the division. All right, finally, since we won't be doing this in a couple of weeks, we'll give you our picks now. Who will win the National Football College Football Championship? The first, of course, the Final Four, and it should be a lot of fun, of course, with Oregon and Florida State, and then Ohio State versus Alabama. I'm going to say Alabama will win. I think they'll get by Ohio State, and I'm tempted to say that Oregon might beat Alabama, and I hope that's the game because it would be a great matchup to see if that Oregon defense can play with Alabama. But I'll say the Crimson Tide because they seem like they are really clicking at the right time right now.
It's been a while since they won one. What, 2 years? Nick Saban knows how to win these games and these big games. He'll go up against Ohio State. Urban Meyer has struggled always against the SEC. A good chance for him to win that. But Ohio State, there's a reason they're the 4 seed. Kind of like being the 16 in the basketball playoffs. Alabama rolls, and then Alabama rolls again against Oregon, I say.
All right, we'll see. Well, we will see you on Friday. We should have a lot of highlights for you. First on the news at 6 from Atlanta with the Hawkinsville game, and also we'll let you know about the Waco game, and the complete scores and highlights at 11:13 on the End Zone with all the scores from Atlanta and the Georgia Dome, the state championships. We will see you then.